fielders stopping the one. The effect of the spinners, the worm's taking a bit of a dive.
He's been pretty accurate, Shoaib Malik. Hasn't spun the ball a great deal. But achieved those variations with good result. Good loop at times, faster through the air as well on other occasions. That one kept just a little low. 147 for 3 Sri Lanka.
सबकॉन्टिनेंट के बेहतर पेरिस की हसीन और रंगीन जिंदगी को दोबारा कीजिए। डिप्लोमेट तशरीफ लाइए और फिर कहीं और न जाइए। डिप्लोमेट के वसी मेन्यू से कोई भी एक डिश ट्राई कीजिए और फिर करते चले जाइए। You will be spoiled for choice with Diplomat's extensive menu for a memorable and unforgettable dining experience. You're welcome at Diplomat. Bon appetit.
Your team having a good time, Nick.
Well, they look very relaxed, Remis, don't they? Done their workout. Yes, they'll have some work to do. They'll be doing it this week. That's a reflection on the game against India. They'll be disappointed with that. They bounce back in a big game at the weekend against Australia.
Oh, that's gone through. Kamran Akmal is disappointed. He's let himself down.
Shahid Afridi erring slightly leg side. Well, it's gone between his legs. Akmal indicating there that it might have kept a bit low. Well, it probably did just keep a little bit low.
Well bowled, Shahid bhai. Well done, my Hafiz. Shabash, Hafiz.
I do enjoy this part of the game. I know it's got its critics, and
Well bowled, Shahid bhai.
some people say, well, it's a bit dull, not a lot happens, the fielders are out on the boundary, it's all a bit slow, it's not sixes and fours, but there is a great skill and an art to scoring runs in the middle section here. Pakistan desperate to bring the game back.
Nicely taken one. Good response from Kumar Sangakkara. He had to get to the keeper's end, which was the danger end in the end. I think the running between the wickets has been very sensible.
And essential. They really want to just keep it ticking at 4 and 5 here, I would have thought, Sri Lanka. It's shots like that that fascinate me. Can all look too easy sometimes when you watch the really good players, Sangakkara, where they just open the face, they close the face, they find the gaps, they know where the fielders aren't, and they hit the ball where the fielders aren't. It's a great skill.
It's difficult to learn in the nets. You can practice all your shots and skills, but really to maneuver the ball and play with your wrist and to get it exactly right into the gaps has to be natural to a certain extent. Everyone looked disappointed. Maybe a catch put down. 155 for 3.
They off, but they look like they're in the nets. Steve Harmison, he'll have had a decent spell. Came back well in the last game. Started off with 20 off his first over, so he can put that right. Give England an early push at the start of the innings.
It's a huge game, Australia versus England.
Yes, sir, Malik. Well bowled, Malik. Yeah, Malik boy.
Should test character of the teams, resolve of England.
Yes, sir, Malik. Oi. Well done, Malik. Good try, Malik.
With reference to this game, Ramiz,
Jam Malik, boy.
Pakistan, what will they be hoping to restrict Sri Lanka to in this phase of the game? Will it be 4 and over? Will it be 3? Will it be 5?
I think the way they're trying to bowl at these two, the idea is not to give them a boundary. I think they're not a lot worried about giving them singles. Just keep things tight. Those 4 fielders in the ring.
Well ball, Malik.
Skillfully worked to the leg side, using the angle of the ball. Turn to Patu.
It's important for Pakistan, really, even at this stage, to think wickets. It's nicely placed by Kumar Sangakkara. Didn't try to hit it hard. Safely played. 158 for 3. Yes, even though the field is not set for the spinners to pick up wickets, but I think mentally the spinner must be looking for opportunities, how to pick up wickets, how to maybe push these batsmen playing in the air and ball landing in the hands of the fielders, either in the deep or in the ring.
Yes, sir, Univay. Shabash, Shahid bhai, lovely bowling, Shahid bhai.
Afridi is not known to be miserly, but because these two spinners have worked really well, there's certainly been a dip in the scoring rate.
Try and get in the mind of the Pakistan captain, Yunus Khan. Is he working on a patience game? He's saying, I'm going to try and bring you back to our scoring rate that we're happy with, and then we might force a mistake. We might just create pressure that might make you not so much panic, but play a shot you're not comfortable with. My point is, if Sri Lanka can still work the ball around at 4s and 5s, which takes great skill, the likelihood of that mistake coming will be so much less, because they'll be very confident and content with the scoring rates.
Good use of the feet. Marvanata Patu is a good-looking batsman, technically very correct. And because he's loads of experience, he would know exactly what to do in this kind of a situation. The only thing that would be worrying Sri Lanka is that they do not have big hitters come the last part of the innings. So what pace, not a devastating pace, playing safe cricket. What happens to the innings when there's need to just put the accelerator on? Ends well, Afridi, 161 for 3.
The spinner's doing a very fine job. Captain Yunus Khan not taking too much turn the wicket. There's not a lot of pace for the batsman to work with.
Malik.
There's a sweep shot and he has played it fine. Challenge for Umar Gul. Long dive, but the ball wins the race. That's a welcome break for Sri Lanka.
Ramiz, there's one of those boundaries we were talking about. Sangakkara has managed to get a little thin edge on this. I don't know if he was trying to hit it this fine. I think he probably was. He got fortunate. Probably got it slightly finer.
Well ball, Malik. Shabash, Malik.
Does bring me to my next point. There's that sweep shot. When I was playing, I was and batting in this situation. I was thinking of a 4 on the first ball of an over, if not the first, the second. Try and get that early boundary. And then if you can get the early boundary, I feel so much easier for the rest of the over. Not only because you've got that boundary, but because the pressure is then very much on the opposition bowler. So we targeted that first ball, that first and second ball. If we didn't get it, then we'd go back to ones. Because everyone will have their methods and it will vary throughout the game.
Used the box well, the crease. Went back, waited for the spin and then played it against it. The Lankans look quite calm and at peace with themselves. That's another 4. Poor delivery. 21 for 3.
Really good over for Sri Lanka. Sangakkara seizing upon that delivery. Well short on the pitch as well. Sangakkara not missing out.
Shoaib Malik in that last over showing lack of discipline. That was the last ball of that last over. And he took a lot of gamble there. He was short on the crease, trying to create extra bit of loop. Took a lot of risk and spoiled the stats for his team. Nicely played by Mavanata, but it was a good delivery from Afridi, flighting it in the air, asking the batsman to take him on, come down the track, lift the ball in the air. Quicker one, it's put into the gap. Another chase for Umar Gul. Another boundary for Sri Lanka. So last couple of overs have been pretty good to them.
Boundaries are plenty. This is going to hurt Pakistan. They just started to build some kind of pressure without boundaries. Now they've gone for 3 in the last over and a half. That's good batting. He's taken his boundary, then he takes his 1. Gets down the other end. I do feel that Yunus Khan has missed a trick with Atapatu, particularly to see 1 or 2 more fielders saving the 1. I know he's just hit a 4. Another single. Lanka going well now, 177 for 3.
Atapatu has got a start, 12 from 26. Sangakkara is the set man in. 38 from 45. And because of his presence and very good strike rate, Sri Lankans still conquering Pakistan. Side. Got to know where the field has been set for you, and like a radar, Kumar Sangakkara knowing exactly where to place the ball will give him a run. Another nice shot from Marwan Atapatu, flicking the ball in the air intentionally over the infield.
Really good shot. Very difficult to defend that. Down, just shimmies down, gets to the pitch, and just knows exactly what he's trying to do. Great running, always 2.
was that sweep shot which the Sri Lankans have favoured regularly. Safe shot, playing it with the spin and making sure that the ball is kept low. Catch it. Will this be taken? Oh yes, wonderfully taken. What a good catch. Kumar Sangakkara losing his focus. And Pakistani camp is overjoyed by that effort. It's Raif Takhar who's taken a stunner. Really was a difficult catch in the end.
Losing his focus indeed, Ramis. Didn't need to do this. Just got the boundaries. They got the game going their way. What a brilliant catch, just off the ground. That's the sort of thing that can really change the game in your favour. Sangakkara, he'll be Sri Lanka now 181 for 4.
फ्रांस में PIA के मेन सेलर्स और IATA के मेंबर होने के साथ साथ उम्रा और हज के लिए किंगडम ऑफ सऊदी अरेबिया के अप्रूव्ड ऑपरेटर्स लिंक वोयाज दुनिया भर में बहुत ही सस्ते किराए, बेशुमार प्रमोशंस और नहायती दोस्ताना और क्विक सर्विस के लिए बेहद मकबूल हैं। लिंक वोयाज की दोनों ब्रांचेस के टेलीफोन नंबर्स और एड्रेसेस स्क्रीन से नोट फरमाइए और आपकी सहूलत के लिए शार्ल्स डी गॉल एयरपोर्ट पर भी लिंक वोयाज का स्पेशल काउंटर पाइए। bon voyage avec लिंक वोयाज।
Well, only time will tell how badly will Sri Lankans be hurt by the top order all getting starts and not converting it something substantial and meaningful. They're well placed at this stage, 181 for 4. But all the set batsmen are now back in the pavilion, and that's got to be something that should help Pakistan in the process. Tilakaratne Dilshan, we know that he's got qualities, skillful. Last wicket, Kumar Sangakkara. It's losing his concentration. A nothing shot in the end from classy Sangakkara. On target, Shoaib Malik. He's got to bowl well to the newcomer here.
Sangakkara dismissal.
Yes, Malik.
He's off the mark with 1. Sri Lanka 4 down for 182.
Sangakkara was so set, he was doing so well, just manipulating the ball but hitting the boundaries. Well, he's gone for another boundary there, at least trying to. Brilliant, brilliant catch. Never easy when you're coming in off the boundary to judge it, just quite where the length is, and he's just got it just about right.
Responsibility huge on Marwan Atapatu now. 15 from 28. It's batted well, sensibly. This is not good cricket from Pakistan. You've got to keep the new batsman really on the batting end. Challenge for a run, and Naveed nicely fielded.
And as you make mention of the field, trying to keep Dilshan on strike. See there, on the boundary at long off. See him up on the one.
Yunus Khan, but Marwan Atapatu still very fit. Got in quickly.
Dilshan showing exactly what his intentions are. He's only looking for ones here. He's looking to get his senior partner back on strike. Game within a game now. All they're looking for is the odd boundary in singles. Surely, Yunus Khan's got to put a lot more pressure on the new batsman.
Bowled him. Shahid Afridi, quick through the air. And results coming thick and fast now for Pakistan.
He doesn't need to put any more pressure on the batsman. He knows exactly what he's doing, Yunus Khan. So does Shahid Afridi. Dilshan going for the cut shot, just dragging it back on, quite bad. Pakistan back in this game. 2 wickets, 2 overs. Tilakratne Dilshan.
Pakistan coming back gallantly in this game. They picked up 2 wickets in quick time. Good, decent operator with the bat low down the order. And his major contribution really will be to knit a partnership now with Marwan Atapatu. This is Kumar Sangakkara, the ball pitching in the rough. Maybe just holding up on the batsman, and a very, very good catch by Rao in the deep. Tumbling effort. And Tilakratne Dilshan has given the option. Would have liked to play that with a straight bat towards mid-off rather than cutting it. .186 for 5.
Hats off to the Pakistan spinners. And hats off to Shahid Afridi. An important wicket of Dilshan. He'd be their finisher, someone they're looking forward 40 to bat through the innings. Well, not today.
Difficult to get that in your favour.
Hit him out. Yeah.
That's a lot better, a lot more safer and more elegant from Mavanatapadu. Kind of shot that can really kill a bowler, because it was a decent delivery, ball looking to spin back from off to middle, and Mavanatapadu played it expertly. Went back, made room. Once again, example of nimble footwork.
Sri Lanka have had much success in the last 10 or so games. Won all of the last 10. They've had 10 individual hundreds in that period. I mean, as you were saying, that they've had lots of starts in this game. And it is plan A, isn't it, when you play a one-day international? Ideally, you want one of your top players to bat through. Sri's got 3, Tharanga's got 4. Wadina's made 2 and Dilshan's made 1, so the top order, they're in a bit of unfamiliar territory in this game. Just to see how they cope with playing out the rest of the innings. Sri Lanka 189 for 5.
Top 4 were in for a long time, then got out when Sri Lankans wanted them to be still in. That's been a major problem today for the Sri Lankan innings. Sanath Jayasuriya, Tharanga getting him off to an exciting start. Maybe a bout of complacency, who knows? Maybe thinking that these spinners don't look too taxing. The process, Sri Lankans just losing their form and rhythm and habit.
The odd part about the Sangakkara dismissal for me was they just started to get a bit of a run spurt. They'd hit 3 boundaries in 2 overs. They rotated the strike beautifully. And then he plays that shot. Now, you can almost not understand, but you can see reason why he may play that shot if they'd struggled for a few overs. And they maybe built up some pressure on themselves, if you like. But they hadn't. So it happens. Unfortunately, as batsmen, we make mistakes. But, I just wonder how much that might prove costly.
This is a good field for the new batsman. Plenty of men in the ring. 3 on the leg side, 3 on the off. Even though there are no fielders close to the bat, but Pakistan looking to attack Maroof by not allowing him the singles. Non-target Afridi. The Shan wicket was faster delivery of the 2. Red one was the wicket-taking delivery. Got to the batsman a little too early and quickly. Well-flatted delivery. It's the over on a high note. Afridi 192 for 5.
Shabash, Hafiz.
New bowler from the media centre end, and new commentators from the media centre end as well. Damon Fleming and Ravi Shastri.
Thank you, Ramiz. It's a good comeback into the contest by Pakistan. I think Sri Lanka has helped them in many ways, coming back here. Some soft dismissals.
Well, Ravi, I don't think Sri Lankan coach Tom Moody will be really happy with their batters today, just with the starts. To have 3 or 4 of his top 6 get between 30 and 48 without getting a big one wouldn't be in their team plans, and they would be talking about having at least 100-run partnership, a couple of 50, with one of their top 3 going on to get an 80 or 100. And he had 4 of his guys in that position to take that opportunity.
So I think one player who stands out getting starts and then, you know, getting out softly is Kumar Sangakkara. Nick Knight talking about the period when he was there, his runs were coming easily. If you look at this tournament, he's been dismissed 3 times, and all 3 times he's chipped the ball in the air and got out in the outfield, simple catches, just when he was looking good. So I think, I'm sure Tom Moody might have a word with Sangakkara, because he's a class player, someone who can play that long innings. 197 for 5.
And Tom Moody will talk about not leaving it up to your teammates, you taking onus, you getting your team over the line, and those 2 or 3 dismissals with Sangakkara, he's got enough power and trying to hit a 6, or just hitting it along the ground and rotating the strike. So he's getting him caught in between those 2 areas.
Afridi now, he's doing a good job here for Pakistan. Slipped in 8 overs quickly. Got 1 for 33. This Pakistan bat well. I think this has the makings of a good contest. And really, this Champions Trophy needs a cracker-jack of a game. It's been too one-sided, low scoring so far. Need one that goes all the way down to the wire. That'll set the tournament up. Slight alteration in the field. There is long on, but the placement is good here. Just using the pace of Afridi on that occasion. Maroof, and the 200 comes up for the Sri Lankans.
He's a very capable batsman, Maroof, all-round player. And that's a nice, comfortable cut shot for 4. Didn't try to hit it too hard, that was the key. And driving powerfully again there. He's a very impressive young player. Took 6 cheap wickets the other day. It's the West Indies.
Yes, and he's a good striker of the ball. Handy man to come in lower down the order. Sri Lanka now have to be sensible. They need a period of 6 or 7 overs where they don't lose a wicket.
Well, they're in that nasty area that they could still be looking at 300, but could get knocked over for 240 as well. And Patu's so experienced to play this style of game, and there is so many gaps at the moment, you're almost unlucky to hit it to the fieldsman. And the longer these 2 bat together.
That's a cracking hit. Superb placement as well. And a good over for Sri Lanka. 38 gone, 208 for 5.
Another beautiful shot. As nicely hit the cut shot through the offside. Showing he's got good skills on the leg side as well. Nice and balanced before the ball got to him. Rolled the wrist beautifully. Hits the gap, 4 runs.
So 11 runs coming off the last over, and Hafiz, the off spinner, will continue. Atapatu doing the right thing, the sensible thing, just knocking the ball around, giving the strike to Maroof.
What I like there too is Maroof was only 3 off 9 balls, but he didn't panic. He hits 2 fours and a single off the next 3. Just shows to me that he's got a really strong temperament. I've liked what I've seen with him with the ball. This is my first real good look at him with the bat. Seems got a very even temperament, knows his game very well.
Well bowled, Hafiz, chase Hafiz. Shabash, Hafiz, shabash. Yourself, Hafiz.
And it's only a few days ago that Maroof took 6 for 14 versus the West Indies, which is the best bowling in Champions Trophy history. It's so pleasing to see that he can back it up with the bat as well.
Well, it'll come automatically. His confidence must be sky high at the moment. Good opportunity for him, wide signal there to make a real impact here. It's not often when you're batting at number 7 that you get 15 overs to bat. Here's a chance where he can grab the opportunity with both hands.
Well bowled, Hafiz.
Well, he's scored 50s before at international level. That always gives you a bit of confidence. Batting with an experienced partner helps.
Tidy over, just 2 of it. 210 for 5.
Ravi, where do you think Afridi is as a player? I had him targeted with Razak today, with the exclusions of Shoaib and Asif as well. I think they become key players. They're both in their mid-20s. They've got over 200 games of experience each. They've really got a lift for the Pakistan team.
Absolutely no doubt about it. And Razak, Afridi. Yeah, it's a kind of track that even Pakistan would be used to. Not much bounce in the surface. Afridi can go hammer and tongs when he's out there with the bat. But you need the big boys today. Yunus Khan, Mohammad Yusuf, Afridi, Razak, the guys with experience to step up to the plate. Well, one thing for sure, expect the unexpected from Pakistan at all times. So whatever Sri Lanka score, don't ever count them out.
Well, I think the two players that exemplify that most are Razak and Afridi. When batting and getting cheap wickets. But it's that in-between area where the lack of consistency that hurts the overall team when you've got 2 all-rounders.
It's a good spell from Afridi. 10 overs for 47 and a wicket. 213 for 5.
No, it's been an excellent spell. He's been pretty consistent. He's got the ball in the good areas. He's always bowling at his best when he's changing his pace subtly, though he does have that cricket ball that is a bit more sudden when you're trying to get your iron against him, but that's a good spell.
So still 10 overs to go and still some batting to come for Sri Lanka. I think the ideal thing from Pakistan's point of view is to keep chipping away at the wickets. Because the longer this partnership carries on, it means that Sri Lanka could well be in a position of getting a score of around 270, maybe more.
And it is still the best way to stop the runs flow in the last 10 overs is by getting wickets, getting the new batter on stream. Line and length balls to force him to hit across the line.
Just 4 men in the ring, so the opportunity is there to take the singles, and really that's the right way to go about it now. Keep wickets in hand for the last 6 overs. If you get a couple of good overs, then you might well reach 300.
And good bowling by Hafiz as well. He's not giving him any room at all, changing his pace a little bit. So generally they're driving straight down the ground.
Quite like the look of Atapattu in this tournament. I think he looks to be in pretty good nick. He doesn't take too much time to get on with the scoring. Adjusted well to that number 5 position. Normally used to open or come out at 3. And knows exactly what his role is.
Yeah, I was interested in that first game, first Bangladesh, him coming out. I thought it was an opportunity for the bowlers to tie him down, but he knows exactly what he wants to do. Implements his game, as we see his figures throughout the tournament. Close to a runner ball, which is handy if you're batting in the middle order.
216 for 5.
शेर पंजाब की बेइंतहा मकबूलियत और कामयाबी के बाद अब ईद उल फित्र के पुरमुसर्रत मौके पर पेरिस के वासियों के लिए एक बेमिसाल तोहफा न्यू शेर पंजाब। रियो फेदिलेते और रियो फारबर्ग सैंदनी के हसीन संगम पर गार्दी लिस्ट के नजदीक पाको हिंद के खानों का अनमोल मरकज न्यू शेर पंजाब। फैमिली माहौल में वेडिंग्स, बर्थडे पार्टीज यानी किसी भी ओकेजन के लिए ईद के रोज से तैयार न्यू शेर पंजाब।
Spell, so bowling change is required and Razak being brought back. Now this is where someone like Maroof can be dangerous. 9 overs remaining.
It's good to have a plan in the last 10 overs. Generally, if you can go for less than 60, you've done a reasonable job. So as a bowler, you want to keep it less than a run a ball. Look at your fields. It's got protection straight, got a cover and mid-wicket. You can hit a straightish line, hitting the spice of the bat. The batsman going to have to take a risk to hit the boundaries.
The ball.
I didn't see the batsman ask for it, so it must be out of shape. Because generally if you're bowling you don't mind it being discoloured and harder to pick up.
What's good to see, Simon Tofu was carrying one in his pocket. When Billy Bowden went to him and just changed it. Didn't waste any time. Now this will be a lot harder, this ball. Yunus Khan here going to Billy Bowden, probably telling him it's not as old as the previous one. He's trying to bang it and make it a little softer. What would you prefer at this stage? I mean, harder ball or something that's old and soft? Sometimes the harder ball can go harder off the bat.
Yeah, something really, really soft and reversing about a metre would be ideal. With a magnet on it so it bowls Yorkers every time. But that's what they've got to do. They've got to be proactive, start shining up that ball. It's a rough wicket, so it will start to bite up the wicket, but you've got to keep that one side shiny as possible, so it's as different as possible from the rough side. And that's what we haven't seen a lot in the tournament, is reverse swing, which generally seems a factor in India. I know in my days playing for Australia, because of the rough wickets and generally the outfields here are superb. If you just looked after one side of the ball, it'd just naturally happen there. And if you got a bit of reverse swing at the end, it was so much easier trying to upset the batter's rhythm at the end.
Good over so far. He's right on the money. Abdul Razak looking to bowl straight, just back off a length. He's playing very sensibly out there, Atapadu.
Yeah, length was good again from Razak, but he just got the line onto middle and leg. Atapadu is too experienced, gets himself away for two. But if you can keep nailing that length and get your line on around off stump, you know that with Sri Lanka 5 wickets down, they won't take a big risk, you wouldn't think, for the next 3 or 4 overs.
.220 for 5.
जी बिल्कुल, पेरिस में साहिल के पकवान ने तहलका मचा दिया है और दूर दूर से साहिल के मद्दाह अपने दोस्तों और रिश्तेदारों समेत साहिल की जानिब खिंचे चले आ रहे हैं। सिर्फ आपका इंतजार है। आएं और भूख को चमका देने वाली डिशेस को ट्राई करें। लजीज और सेहतमंद खाना शायद ही आपको कहीं और मिले। साहिल, पेरिस की जान, उम्दा और बेहतरीन पकवान।
220 for 5. 8 overs remaining and Hafiz continuing. Will Sri Lanka wait for another couple of overs, or could this be the over? If we look to take a chance.
But it's flat and it's quick. Good bowling by Hafiz. Optimistic shout. But he's bowled well, 3.1 overs, none for 10, bowling at the end of an innings. Superb stuff.
Oh, that was hit straight back and put down. Too quick for Hafiz.
Well, think about caught and bowled, you can only blame yourself. And maybe he was just protecting his head and a catch was the second afterthought.
He's doing a pretty good job here. Hafiz into his 4th over, just conceded 11 runs. And the good thing he's doing here is varying his pace, but the line is good. It's off stump, just outside the off stump, and he's keeping the ball up to the bat. We've not seen the batsman allowed to play off the back foot too much when Hafiz is bowled. Bowling to his field, and varying his pace nicely.
You're right, and the sweep shot. They've got a short backward fine leg, square there. They could get a catch. Excellent bowling. And he is rushing between his overs there, and Maroof's quite right to pull away until he's ready.
Very good over. 3 runs off it. 223 for 5.
Nice bowling by Hafiz. Maroof ran down, he darted in. Just walking as he hit it. At what stage, Rav, do you think you're waiting to see where the ball goes, and then the next minute it's coming for your head? It's hard to catch with the eye shut. I found it hard anyway.
Very lucky the ball didn't go through the hands there. It's 223 for 5. These two have played very sensibly. They've played that waiting game enough now for Sri Lanka to think, yes, now's the time to try and accelerate the scoring. Good fielding. Very good fielding in the deep. Rao, the man, coming across quickly.
Excellent fielding by the big man. Relief from Razik. You could see that going quickly down to the boundary. 4 runs off your first ball at this stage. Really dint the confidence.
Now that could be out, even though it's a no ball. Because I think the bat was in the air. Hafiz was the man in, and very sharp fielding. Well done, Pakistan here. Broken the partnership. Maroof well short of his ground. I beg your pardon, Atapadu. And out will be the time to pick up a wicket. If you're a Pakistani fan, Atapadu had played well. 36 from 53 balls.
Doing the wrong thing, bowling a no ball. Atapadu sort of lost the ball there. I don't know if there was a call, and he's just too slow to get back. Hafiz again with the ball, but also in the field, and we see the relief. Bob Woolmer, the coach, he knows that's a big wicket. They were just building in that partnership, Sri Lanka, but Atapadu out for 36, scores 225 for 6.
सबकॉन्टिनेंट के बेहतरीन और लजीज खानों का एम्बेसडर डिप्लोमेट। पेरिस की हसीन और रंगीन जिंदगी को दोबारा कीजिए। डिप्लोमेट तशरीफ लाइए और फिर कहीं और न जाइए। डिप्लोमेट के वसी मेन्यू से कोई भी एक डिश ट्राई कीजिए और फिर करते चले जाइए। You will be spoilt for choice with Diplomat's extensive menu for a memorable and unforgettable dining experience. You're welcome at Diplomat. Bon appetit.
So fast, the new man. And Pakistan getting a wicket at just the right time. Atapatu going could make a difference of 15 or 20 runs to the eventual score. This wicket. It was a no ball from Razak. Atapatu not really knowing where the ball had gone, but Hafiz was in a flash and hit the stumps. Another no ball. That's something Pakistan can do without at this stage.
And Atapatu seems to watch the ball. Maroof either hasn't called loud enough or he didn't see the sign. But good fielding again. You've got to be proactive at this stage, knowing or wanting the ball to get to you, knowing that run-out chances are bigger in the last 10 overs. It's also a good time to bowl when a new batsman's in. You know that even the guy that's been there for a while is going to take less risks.
Yes, it's a good time to bowl a few dot balls. Good work. Quick release and accurate. Good change of pace.
Ravi, I think he needs to bowl more of those. They are really stopping and bouncing. And it was only that he was a bit short in length that Maroof had the time to stop his shot there. Well, that's his other one. It's more out the back of the hand.
That's a tougher one, isn't it?
It is. Because the seam comes down at you, so you've got to pick it out of the hand. But I like to see that in fast bowlers, at least having two slower balls. Generally, batsmen will get a plan to that, particularly right-handers will try and hit with the spin. But if you've got another one like Razak bowled there at the top of the hand that might bounce more, might even turn away from the right-hand batsman, just keeps them guessing.
Ball, third of the over.
Now he's got to think about this, Razak. That's 3 and 1 over. What is his plan? What is his routine he gets back to when he's bowling no balls? That was pretty tight, that one. You need some part of the boot behind the white line. Is he overstriding at the start of his run-up? Just take smaller, strong steps to gradually build into your run-up. Take your time.
Six off the over, 229 for 6.
So Razak 3, no balls in the over. The reaction of the coach, Bob Warmer, can't understand how he can do that. There's no doubt they would have been training that. Talked about the need to minimise extras in one-day cricket. There's 3 and 1 over.
So 6 overs to go. Hafiz continuing. See plenty of players getting off to starts. In fact, the entire top order. No one kicking on to get the big score.
Yes, Hafiz. Shabash, shabash.
And this young man doing a very good job here.
Shabash, Hafiz.
Into his 5th over, he's given nothing away. Fielded well too.
Oh, you right. Easy run away. Left hand, boys, quick check.
This is where the concept of team comes into play. At the end of the day's play, Hafiz's figures won't stand out like a 5 for 20. You get his name credited to the run out. It's just the momentum change at an important time where Sri Lanka were probably eyeing up 300 and maybe looking more around the 250 mark. And thanks a lot to this young man here.
And he's bowled to his field. He's bowled sensibly. There's nothing short from Hafiz in this spell of his. He's pitched the ball up to the bat He's very clever with the last 2 balls of an over. He's quite happy to give the man a single if he's bowled 4 dot balls. Well, that's good thinking from the spinner. Sometimes you bowl 4 good balls, you still bowl a length delivery. Got to be clever enough to get it over pitched. You do that, the batsman cannot come down the track and get the elevation or look to play the big shot. And if it's fired up, then even the cross-batted shot isn't easy. The length has been good. He'll be quite happy with this, just the single.
Not too much easy to punch on the leg side as well. Generally, if they're looking to hit through the leg side, they're going to have to play across the line. But he's got a plan, and he's sticking to it, and it's working so far. And the key is, as you said, bowling to your fields, making it hard to hit gaps. What about from the Sri Lankan end, Barbie? You know, what can they do? They've really lost momentum in the last 5 or 6 overs. It's been taken away from them.
Yes, that's why I think the Atapattu wicket went at the wrong time. They needed him to stay for a couple of overs. That would have allowed Maruf to go now. Maruf thinking twice, should I go for the big one or just wait another over? Pakistan will take this. They're doing well here in the last 5 overs. 234 for 6. .234 for 6. Pakistan doing well here in the last few overs. Raza continuing, and that's up in the air. Straight to the fielder. You can see now Maruf looking try something different. 21 from 42 balls. Chaminda Vas has joined him, and in the commentary box now Ian Bishop is with Ramiz Raja.
Thank you, Ravi. 1 or 2 boundaries will be, I suppose, from Sri Lanka's point of view, something they might be searching for, I think, pretty soon, because in the first 21 overs of the innings, there were 17 fours and 2 sixes. Since that point, we've had 5 fours, something in the region of 24 overs.
I see a couple of reasons for that, Ian. Pakistan have been more disciplined in the second part of the innings. That's probably going down the leg side. Billy Bowden is not impressed. Or this pitch has slowed down a little. The moment the spinners came on to bowl, batting became just a little bit more technical, and the ball seemed to absorb more off the pitch, whatever spin it had. So it'll be interesting, you know, what Sri Lanka end up with and how challenging it will be for the Pakistani batsmen. There's no question about Sri Lanka being just a little timid in the last part of this innings. Admitted they do not have big hitters, but Hafiz is a part-timer and he's bowled quite a few overs for the Sri Lankans really to understand what he's trying to deliver. So could have been a little bit more proactive against him.
admittedly you'd want to score more than 4 and over the last 25 overs as we've seen here. 4 and over when you started. I suppose admittedly the power plays brought them 6.5 per over. Just 4 and over I think is selling yourself a bit short. Hasn't been helped by the regular loss of wicket. Took a lot of stick early on. Razak picked up the wicket of Taranga. He's completing a couple of good overs. Knocked him over. The old theory of bowling straight has worked for Razak.
You miss and I hit. And those expressions just sum up the pleasure for Pakistan. From nowhere, they've come back in this game after Sanat Jayasuriya and Upul Taranga got Sri Lanka off to an exciting start and almost threatened to take this game away from the Pakistanis. They've come back strongly, picking up wickets. Sri Lanka 7 down now for 236.
सबकॉन्टिनेंट के बेहतरीन और लजीज खानों का एम्बेसडर डिप्लोमेट। पेरिस की हसीन और रंगीन जिंदगी को दोबारा कीजिए। डिप्लोमेट तशरीफ लाइए और फिर कहीं और न जाइए। डिप्लोमेट के वसी मेन्यू से कोई भी एक डिश ट्राई कीजिए और फिर करते चले जाइए। यू विल बी स्पॉइल्ड for a memorable and unforgettable dining experience. You're welcome at Diplomat. Bon appetit.
The Pakistan resurgence continues with the entrance of Mutai Muralitharan. Exit Maharoof.
Pakistan would be pretty happy with their efforts, especially in the last part of the innings, because they never ventured out to pick up wickets. I think they just created that situation where I think the Sri Lankans panicked in the end. We didn't see a lot of attacking field positions from Yunus Khan. It was just good common sense cricket from Pakistan. Varied the pace, just changed the pace of this innings as a result.
.236 for 7. And I want to ask you about that, because it would seem so simple, really, for fall well short. But is it more a case of them gifting things away? Sangakkara once again, Jayawardene trying to keep the tempo going. Just such a simple method applied by Pakistan, who were looking for breathing space, if you ask me, and they got a bonus, a couple of wickets.
So I think during that phase, Pakistan just tightened up their cricket, and the Sri Lankans faltered. Lack of commitment from the top order in the end. That's very amusing from Muralitharan. No shot offered, but umpire Simon Toffel really didn't hesitate to give it as a leg bye. Using his pads, coming down the track, making sure that the ball did not sneak through his pads or down the leg side.
Yeah, but surely, I mean, it's humorous and it's funny and we're all laughing in the commentary box, but surely it's not a run. He's making no attempt to score here after the initial shimmy down the track. If it comes down to a situation of 1 run to decide the game, could this be it? Shouldn't be a run.
He didn't offer the bat, but I guess he offered the pad, so there was some activity out there. Simon Toffel will raise the finger. Hafiz has the smile back on his face. This really is terrific effort from Pakistan. From nowhere, they've come back and stung Sri Lanka quite badly. 8 wickets down now.
Yeah, it looked pretty straight, and it's a disappointing phase of the innings for Sri Lanka. Yeah, that would have hit middle and off stump, I think. So many wickets have gone down here softly, tamely. The planning has not been executed. Muralitharan goes for naught, 239 for 8.